I'm going to be diving into my opinions on how to give our Vulcan hero watching advice in our Smite game. A little background about me. Been playing Smite forever now. I think I have like 2,200 hours on my main account. Best rank I ever had, I was Diamond 1, but I was dual, so take that with a grain of salt. Um, I get queued with pro players every now and again, all that fun jazz. None of it really matters. I'm just a dude, regular player, giving my opinion on how to better in the mid lane here. So for this, I'm probably going to be speeding up here a lot of the video, try to save time. It's a 58-minute game. I do remember we lost this game. So this game, our mid is Vulcan, Sticky. That's who I'll be helping. I am Luke Joey, the Camazot's this game. I am not a good jungler, so take that with a grain of salt. I was just queuing to switch up. I typically play support. And also Ganesha Popcorn 95 was also in our party with us, so we did have combos between the three of us in this game, and we were not queuing with the carry or the Mulan. So let us speed this up here. We'll get to the yellow buff. Oh yeah, the good old fun of the start here. Speed it up. Alright, so we started with our backfire here, which I think is good. Good old YouTube. I can't download it. My YouTube Premium expired yesterday. I'm too cheap to buy it again. So there's no downloading the video at the moment. I don't feel like illegally downloading it. So we're going to mid here. I don't think anything crazy happens if I remember correctly. The mid, yeah, good poke. Alright, there's my first recommendation I'll make right there, actually. So I'll watch this right here. I'll go back full. So you hit, you're clear, and the jungle. However, you stood in the creep stop. Thus, you know Morgan has big circles. Circle's going to hit the creeps and you. She's going to return the poke. I would have stepped right as auto-attacking to try to avoid at least the center circle and avoid some damage there. You could have avoided that. So now you're feared out. We're not doing damage to the creeps for losing pressure, but it looks like we're still going to win pressure as I got to the archers. I hit some poke. You got turret next. Turret's down. Piece of poke, and we'll speed it back up. Okay. Here's what could have gone different. We did the yellow start. I could have gone to their backs. It'd have been risky to go to their backs. I probably could have gone to their backs. I believe I go next wave. I don't ultimately think it's a crazy difference. This is where my jungle knowledge lacks. So hopefully me staying here for one more wave isn't going to put you behind. Usually I see the junglers stay for 2, though, when I do see them here. So let's fast forward again. We get a little more poke. Clear. Okay, hold on. I broke your turn. Okay. Alright, so here's my next recommendation. This is for Vulcan. Instead of putting your Vulcan turret back here where it's only going to reach the front, since we have pressure, their jungler's already left. So she's doing your backs already, and I'm splitting with you. Since we have pressure, putting this back here is only going to kill your front creeps, and then it's just going to be pointless. The big advantage of Vulcan when you have pressure and stuff is you can put this turret to the side over here where my mouse is, and then you can have it hit all of the creeps, and then you're able to leave and start getting pressure on the next farm. So you could have this cleared and come to backs with me since I split with you in mid, or you could go to oracles, anything like that. It just gives you more options. So now your turret's not doing anything for us. And I think you missed that last creep as well because your turret didn't shoot it. So yeah, we go in split backs, which is fine because I split wave. And then I'm gonna, yeah, you got that. Okay. So I made a mistake here in my opinion. I think as Camazot's, I should have done backs, oracles, and then looked to gank a Baron. But it looks like I went back mid. I'm assuming because I knew she was there. That could be, I could be wrong. But I should have gone the other way. So it looks like I'm going to take one wave. It looks like I'm going to give you the wave and contest right. So it ends up not me leeching. It's going to put me a little more behind. I don't remember if I got him or not. That was a good knockup. I don't think I got him. Clear, so they're going back there. I'm getting those backs and lefts, but I'm ready for the blue. So, okay, attempt to try to snag some farm for the enemy team. Dodge. So X-Ball dodge, right? Nothing we can do about that here. So we can just see, looking at the map here, we can see I'm at speed, he's going back. Nothing crazy is going on. So you're electing to level your backfire. Okay. Here is my next tip with Vulcan's combo here. So you level the backfire, which is normal. Don't 3 the wave first and then knock up. I would only do that on a god. And I also would, in my opinion here, I would 1 first, and then I would 3 the back line. because that should just straight up kill the backline for you. I also think you missed 2 creeps because you hit them forward. It obviously can change by scenario in the moment. But, let's see, then you missed all the creeps right there with 2 abilities. So now you have to look to defend your red because you have it cleared. Looks like I'm there, though, so I couldn't get there in time. I remember this game was a big battle for your red. I remember I didn't come to it a lot. I ended up trying to, I think, stay in the left lane a lot. Okay, I disagree with this back. So I know you hadn't backed yet, and I know your person was backing. It may mess you up with buying stuff. But your ult is so valuable here. You can put your turret down like I was talking about at the mid line, right there where the crack is, and put it sideways. So the turret will clear the entire way for you, so you'll get all that next wave of XP. And then if this fight is breaking out on oracles, we can see on your mini-map, you can look to ult over your wall. Your ult is a long range, so you can clear this next wave and also be in this next fight without a problem. You have a pot ticking, so you'll be at about 400 health. So the fight's gonna happen on oracles. We can see it. We'll see when your item goes down if they chase. See, they did chase. So having you there would have been valuable and could have turned that fight. We got a solo and left. Traded there. So we'll speed this back up. Your mid, I believe, just went right. God, you gotta take your time. That's 3 or 4 times in this clip I've just watched you miss an ability on creeps. You hit directly in the middle. So my recommendation, if you're not comfortable with the God's abilities range, it looks like you're playing on quick cast. If you're not comfortable with quick cast, I personally think quick cast is the worst, but to each their own on what casting speed you have. Instant cast is normal casting is the slowest casting because you have to hit a button twice. However, it lets you see your range and area and takes your time, and you're going to be a little more accurate. I would recommend, if you're doing that a lot in your games, or you're just missing creeps, missing gods with abilities like that, make the switch to normal casting until you have the god's range figured out, mastered. Because doing stuff like that's going to cause you to lose pressure, cause you to waste your mana. You're getting mana bots. I personally think mana pots most gods are just doo-doo. It's not needed. Multi-pots are better. Allows you to double heal, fight, and get mana. I must add, obviously, all my opinions right here may not be the best opinions. It's just my advice for playing Smite for a while. You're rotating to the red. Alright. This is another moment of just not really gauging abilities. So, you can see right there, I'd say about half your ult is in the wall. And you shoot it, and we can see. So, about 2/5 of your ult is not going to do any damage. And you also threw it at the one character that could go in the wall. I get you were trying to secure the red buff, but dump it on Pop in most cases. Pop's near the red buff. They're going to go for Pop. He's the support. Dump it on the support. It'll peel for him. It'll put out big area damage. It can turn a fight. And see, if you'd have ulted on him when he slows everybody, it would be able to change. And see, this is value where multi-pots would come in. You would be getting mana back, and you'd be getting double health. Instead, now you're just sitting on mana pots for the entire game. I'd honestly sell him back at this point since you built MP5 first item. Oof. I jumped in behind. I'm 1 level down, jungle, but 2 down mid. She's worth the kill if we can get her. Alright, let's speed it back up. I'm not a fan of the build you're personally going for Vulcan. I don't like Doom Orbital Vulcan. I don't know if I can consider Doom Orbital a bad item. I just don't know if I would prioritize pick it first item. Maybe you're playing on default. Are you playing on default now? Because I looked at your... Oh, unless you have it set for specific abilities. Let's look at... I want to look at how you hold your... Oh, I'm sorry. I was tabbing back in. It looks like you can still be with quick cast and you're just canceling the quick cast. You just didn't release the button. Alright, so you're gonna back and get your item here. You're still... You're still same level. Actually, you're a tiny bit behind, but you got the wave. Your support held it for you. Alright, see, that's going back to what I was talking about earlier with throwing your 3 for the knockup. You knocked up the creeps, causing you to miss your 1. I typically only recommend the 3 into 1 if you're doing it to a god, because you'll hit the knockup, you're almost guaranteed to hit it. Obviously, you want to hit everything, but you're way more likely to hit it. Get our Scorpion here. So the blue and the yellow will now be buffed, which is good. Our team is a little down. So I'm down in jungle by about a level and a half. You're down half a level. Support's down a level. You got a good ult. Wasn't much you could do there, so this is a rough fight for you guys. Let's go back. So you 3 the knockup, so you now have a knockup. You have no abilities left because you used it because we weren't expecting anybody there. So this is a downfall. We have no wards here. So we have no clue they're there. We don't know if she's in the wall. And Xbox wards are just for him. Which, I mean, they're not in a bad spot or anything like that. It's just hard to see. So you get your ult on yourself, which is fine. He gets his ult out. Not really much you can do there because I'm on my buffs. And I'm coming out to this fight. Honestly, don't even know if it's worth me coming. I probably should have ran. Unless I get pop out, it might be worth it, but... Looks like he's probably dead. And I'll ult out. It's a rough fight. We didn't have knowledge over there. And I wasn't there. Looks like Xbox shows up now to clean up, which is good. I'm chasing the mage. They showed. I don't know if I get her. I don't remember. We get her. So it doesn't end up working out with trading 2 for 2. And then it looks like I'm gonna die. So it's being 2 for 3. But that catches me up significantly. Again, just taking your time with abilities. You miss creeps with your 1 with nobody pressuring you. Throw your 3 into the wall there. So at this point, sell your mana potions. Sell your mana potions. You're going lifesteal, which I don't have a problem with soul gem or anything like that. Get you cooldown. And then you could sustain on the wave because you're getting poked heavy. But they've served no value for the entire game. Alright, this is tragic. So you backed right... Okay, so we see Kalana there. He backed right before our fight. I mean, you had no clue the fight was going to break out. Looks like support knew something was going to happen. He's rotating for something. However, I'm on my buff rotation because our timers are different. And so I will not be there on time. It looks like Xbox just dashed in. But it's a 4 there too now. You called enemy missing. It's just a tragically bad fight. So I'm invading, it looks like. Okay. So I would start the red buff with your turret in a lot of cases, especially since red buff does so much more damage now, especially to the mage. Put the turret down like walk in basic turret, backfire out of it, and then the turret will take aggro range for you. Because in this, your turret's not even helping you clear. Though you're not leveling it, so it's not gonna make crazy difference, but it'll tank for you at least, so you're not missing 500 health from that. Okay. We'll talk about positioning here, because this is important. So we know at your red buff, they're coming, because they can test you right there with that ability. You know they're coming because you throw a turret. Looks like they loop back around high. I get you want to clear because you want the XP. However, you have no clue where they are. We don't have wards there. I'm fighting in left, so we don't have vision. It's just guaranteed your death. And that one, I would give up the farm, go to backs, let them get it, back, something. Now you didn't get the farm, and you died for it, so you're going to get less farm now. Good old Ganesha clear. Still a close game here for 5 diffs down. Not really an item difference. You haven't built your second item, though, for a while, which is tragic. Your gold slowed down really hard. Alright, X-Ball's kind of carrying us at the moment for our team. So you see the fight. Looks like me and Cloud are fighting. We're trying to secure your red. There's a lot of wards out now because of the constant battle for your red. I'm trying to secure oracles. I'm still hanging around that red time. So it looks like there is going to be another battle for your red, but I'm here for this one because I got the buff timers on mine down. So your red, I believe we dropped it. It looks like I see it. I swear I see a green dot, but I'm surprised you read it. There it goes. It despawned, so you just didn't get it. So we secured that one, but you didn't pick it up. Alright, so this is what I've been talking about right here. That you took advantage of the turret. Though your turret's tanking, it's probably going to die before it kills it. You took advantage of Vulcan's ability to clear and not need to be there. And we clean up another kill. And then your turret pushed up for us, so you did get all that. It looks like you got most of it cleared enough for the creeps to do it. And we get a tower for it. Solo's over here. So our solo laner shouldn't even rotate yet. She realized it, like backing, not fighting. She's looking to steal farm, which is really good. X-Ball got his tower in right. So, like, you got your turret close enough in this moment, so you're able to get that full wave while looking to defend your red. Dropped it to support, which is good. Oh, yikes. Hold on. We got to go over that. Because the decision-making was not good there. So you drop it a pot, which is really good. Drop it to support. I'm trying to contest the guy on the right here to stop him from doing anything. So you walk into the Ganesha ult. I'm not sure if you got confused whose ult it was, but you walked into the damage, got slowed on it, hit multiple ticks, and then she just comes out the wall behind you. You're dead. You secured your death there with your positioning. To be honest with you, so we know there's a Cloud on the team, so standing in here is a lot of risk. So as soon as you pass this to pop, I would honestly go back right here. Right here or over here. Because then you're between two of us. I'm trying to zone the other guy and get poked before the real fight starts, even though I'm half health myself, but I'm relying on my ult. You got Pop here who's still pretty healthy. So if you had positioned to the behind this ult wouldn't affect you really at all. It would just be kind of annoying with the pillars. And then you walk into it. And then you see when Colada comes behind, you're positioned further away where she's either going for you or not the red buff. Pop can drop the red buff and try to contest and help you. Or vice versa, if you're in between the other side, it makes your position really well. Here's a thought to think of based on who you're up against and where they're going to come from in a fight. Looks like our X-Ball's not rotating and theirs is. Pop died, trying to just secure a kill. So solo rotates. She misses, I think. Or she just didn't have enough damage. Alright. Looks like we're going for an evade here. So we call for a de-engage here because we're not trying to contest. I'm fine with that call. I mean, I don't have a problem with anything like that. That could have played out a little better probably for us. I had to use my ult, which was fine. Kazaltul's really good for an out. You had a chance for an ult there? Okay. Alright, so you tend to play immobile mages in our games. Which gives you not a lot of, not a lot of movement here into against these. And you're playing against a highly mobile team. Kalana's got a bunch of dashes. Ganesh's got a dash and a silence. And then Xpal's got a dash in. So it's really easy to collapse on you. So you go around a corner. We have no knowledge other than they throw a lot of abilities at me, the jungle. And it's your downfall there. So, really, your positioning is going to have to be a lot better. Just judging, staying behind a tank, positioning different around walls and stuff like that. Oh. And honestly, in that scenario, I'd have waited for Milan to step up and just let her take a bop for you to kind of judge who's there and what they're going to throw. And he dies just trying to steal. Not much you can do there. Nothing's really happening. We see behind us yet. Somebody even pinged it for us. No problem with that ult right there. Oh, secured your own buff. Got you a kill too. It was a good ult. Alright, hold on. I missed something right there and I don't like that. Okay. I missed it. I'm not sure when you bought the health chalice. Right there. Okay. Not a fan of late game chalices. I feel like chalices get their value from you buying them early game and then using them throughout the entire game. Buying them now, even though this ends up being a 50-minute game, the chalice becomes less and less valuable. Becomes less and less valuable the further you go in the game because damage is increased so much, and since the bot heals over time, it's not instant. It just really doesn't provide as much benefit. So we're far enough in the game. We have a level 20 on our team already. The X-Ball's huge. Like, people are going to be dumping damage. That 250 health, I believe, a health chalice gives per pot isn't really going to make a crazy bit of difference. So I'm not the biggest fan of it because it's going to slow down your damage. Okay, so let's go on this fight. You can see Camel's out ulting. I killed jungle. So there's another moment of take your time with your abilities. You looked all the way down and ulted. I'm assuming you just misclicked on a cancel. That's theirs. Alright. Okay, so you made the good decision there. You decided not to chase Ganesh. I was worried you were going to chase him. You went back to the main fight. Like, Ganesh do his thing. He's tanky. It's going to take forever to kill him by yourself. We're not in the point in the game where you can just rock his face. That was a good knockout, good kill on your part. You definitely carried that kill. You knock up into the one. It was good. Game's starting to turn around for us. We're taking the gold lead. Okay, so it looks like Pyro is the call. We get Pyro. Getting your wards on fire, which is good. Set up for the attack defense coming up for it. Okay, he's happening. We're just getting a jungle farm. At this point in the game, you're tied up with your person. I'm tied up with my person. Support steal was down, but it honestly doesn't make a crazy amount of difference. Our X-Ball's been ahead the entire game. Solo is about one level down, so it's a mixed match of different things here. Looks like we're rotating to a fight. That's tragic. I can tell as soon as you cast in the ult, you only shot out the support because they were backstepping. It was not a bad idea when they're all standing on top of each other, but it just feels bad, man. They started walking out as soon as you shot it. You get that turret back down as soon as you can in these fights. Try to let it free cast for you. It was a bad fight for us. 2 for 1. Looks like I'm pretty sure I remember this. I lose my trade. I choke a kill to that 1v2. I remember I should have had that kill. I mean, so this is where it feels bad you left. So for about 20, so let's see where you take damage. So you take your first tick of damage at 24:35. And you back. So you back 40 seconds later. So you got the chalice. In this scenario, you could have gotten two full chalices back, and they stack. So you could have just popped it multiple times at the beginning of the fight. You could have gotten 500 health back. You could be at 1,300 health, and you could still stay and try to still fight Peel, get him out of it. Now you back. I die up there. X-Ball's gonna die. Not saying it's your fault we died in the fight. It's just something that could turn the fight. He killed him with poison. That's crazy. So now you gotta look for, you probably don't have to defend the Fire Giant in this scenario. I would be surprised with the X-Ball dying right there as well. It is possible they could do it, but it's unlikely. Speed up to the next thing here. Looks like... So the X-Ball's being aggressive. I believe she dashed at you, so he knows to be... Yeah, he can win that. The X-Ball's got nutty crit. So again, you've bought this late game chalice. You're not using the late game chalice. Just have it taken. It's the whole point of it. If you're gonna have it on L time. So he had a decent ult there. He's tanky, but we'll kill him here eventually. Killed him before the heal got to him again. I'm ulting their X-Ball, just trying to take out their damage. He dashed in, kills him. So this is tragic right here. I'm zoning them on their side. Y'all cleared camps and stuff. Nobody came up. We didn't have a tank with us anymore. But, yeah, I stayed to zone to stop her from being able to do it. It's tragic it took us that long to kill her because I held it. At this point in the game, I would stop using your 3 altogether to clear waves. I would just use your 1 unless it's like, you know, you need the range. Like in that scenario, there's no reason for it. Just use your 1. Let it clear for you. So me and you might be the only people in the world that like the rewind item. I think it can be potential to turn fights and stuff. Get you out of weird certain areas. It's like having a capriel that doesn't move you. It's really nice. I will add, I think your backfiring, besides backfiring at a fountain, is pointless. I actually don't know if it honestly gets you moving any faster, because you're going to take a movement penalty when you start strafing as you turn on controller, and then you're slowing down because you're going backwards for the back pedal into another turn. So I honestly don't know if it's even worth it to do it. Looks like it's another Fire Giant. I remember this game being like a 20-minute Fire Giant defense. So let's back her up. You got a good ult there. Looked like somebody knocked up Milan, so you shot off the knockup. No problem with that ult. I'm not sure if you hit it. Doesn't look like you did. Wait, so where did you put your turret down? Alright, so I don't like this. I know we don't exactly see Kaladna in the moment of this fight, but it's okay to be like, you know, you want to wait a second for this to go up, but you waste your turret here. Because you saw they were all knocked up into a CC. So the odds of them really getting to you is pretty low in the 3 seconds this ult cast. On top of you have a Milan and an X-Ball hitting them directly. You should be low priority at the second. So your turret's down now in this scenario while they're dumping everything. And you don't have the ability just to set a turret down and let it poke for you free cast. You gotta wait. Luckily they dropped it, so not having the turret was not detrimental. I also hate that you have only 20% cooldown. I think Vulcan's a guy that strives on having massive cooldown with that ult. Okay, so positioning gets weird now because we just saw a ping to our left here. I'm clearing back. So it looks like Ganesh doesn't try to loop. They don't want to take that fight. Seeing Claude in the back is huge. If Claude in the back, we can look the fight. Because that's your scary person for you. Yeah, so now we want to look to poke. Again, that turret's really not going to do anything for you. I would have just held it. Big sad, she tried to get the knockup, but he got the dash up with time, got the CC immunity. It's looking like we're calling to start the fire. The call is to drop it. They show up. So you use the potion here. It's good. I die. Okay, so let's see what I did. It looks like I just ran away, but she was faster than me. She was able to kill me. I didn't have my ult. Big sad. Use your ult. It's a good de-engage. Shot it on support. Speed it back. Oh, I was just making sure there wasn't any more fighting going on. Looks like another fight for this one. This game's pretty much all hinging on who gets the fire giant, because we're at the enhanced now. Okay. I don't like your decision making here. I know you want to get ward vision, but since the Mulan is elected to go in on your minimap right here, the wards are irrelevant, especially since we're probably above their vision range. Maybe not that one, but we should be above that one. I don't think it's worth it. Your damage is way more valuable there. Hit just the Baron with the ult. It's fine. Alright, bleed the Baron banner. Ganesha there. Alright, X-Ball is fighting 1v3, it looks like. Nope. Big sad he didn't save the team. Yeah, a little poke on her. Not sure why you backfired there. Alright, take the pots at this point. You know you're about to fight. Always have a pot taking when you're going to fight. If you have a pot available. Look the ult. Baron standing still. There's two of them there. You didn't ult. Could hit a backstage ult. Probably just killed him. It's your 3-1 though. It's good. You end up getting him later, which is really good. I was hoping you get your backfire off to the wall. That was a good little exchange of abilities. You get your stuff there. It was fine. Still, there's the pot. It's fine when you backed. We still had... X-Bot was in the area to make sure he could defend fire if it happened. Don't think they would have. Dead. So you use the camp here to... Or the turret to tank for you. Okay, so there's a fight breaking out. There you go. So your turret was good in that one. You understood that they're in front of you on that side. Your turret would still be able to, like, help, and you don't have to worry about dying. So this is where you need to dump your ult. Yeah. There you go. There you go. You turn around, try to save your person. That's fine. The lady got a little scared. She was scared of you, so y'all both just missed. There we go. We pick her up off of the support setup. Alright, so I don't mind your divine, your soul re. I really just don't like the Doom Orb. I honestly think you would be better if you didn't want Kronos for the cooldown. You get like a Ethereal staff or whatever the Warlock staff to get that health. Because you got to think if the Kalana's diving you all game because she thinks you're the most damage, having a little extra health might make a little bit of difference to keep you alive compared to being a little faster when she is dashes and you don't. Nothing really happening here. Got our pyro. Little poke going on here. Okay, big sad you walked into it. Your ult looks good here again. Hit 2 of them, I think. 3 of them, maybe. Alright, so we gotta try to get pop out here unless X-Ball's gonna turn it. I hit my slow, so it might look like he's gonna live. It all depends on this Kalana that comes back in. We know that Kalana's only half health. Yeah, there she is. Battle of the Warriors continues. Pop your next potion. Get your health up to the next fight. It's risky stepping up. We do see Kalana right, though. Pretty much an even game at this point. Maybe the supports are the only one that haven't finished like their starter items at this point. More than likely, they're full build as well. X-Ball's fighting in mid. He gets picked, which is really bad for us. So you got looking at a good ult right there. Hit 2, but Big Dad was only the tanks. Baron's focusing getting our solo laner off, which is interesting that he didn't go for you. I definitely think the Baron should have pulled you there and then killed you and the other dude. At least got your relics for free. So we lost that fight. 3 deaths to 0 kills. They're not doing fire yet. So at this moment, if they are doing it, you just gotta take a guess, fire the ult. Did you hit it? I don't think you hit it. I didn't see a damage number, but maybe I just missed it. So now the first fire giant's been claimed. We gotta look up to defend. We'll speed this back up. I don't have any problem with that. Your should be back up for the next fight. You have 20% cooldown. Or it'll be up in the fight. Shouldn't be a crazy difference. They still have towers to get. Maybe not. Now without that. Looks like they're going to go for all towers. So it looks like you'll get away with not having your ult. Let me slow this down and go over this. So this is the downfall of you don't have your ult now. You see that big circle confirmation. Get out of my tower is not there. The ultimate that can almost one-shot. So they forced me to back out, so now it's a 4v5. You're super far back, so you're not going to be doing any damage. So as soon as that ult comes back, you should be looking at dumping on that Ganesha, in my opinion. You got his Aegis. Did he use Aegis? Oh, Aegis. Nice. It was a good ult. You pulled a bunch of relics. Big circle's scary. Okay. Should have backfired the creeps there. Because now they're going to be able to step in uncontested and get to you before the Phoenix is going to start doing damage to them. Because the Phoenix scales damage. So, if they can add an extra, like, 10 seconds to get to you without taking damage from the Phoenix is going to do nothing when it starts hitting them. I'm surprised the Kalana didn't just try to dash to you. You got her Aegis as well. It's a good knockout from Milan. Just like, despite that fight, I doubt we'll chase unless we catch somebody rotating bad. Though X-Ball's really high up, he gets a kill. So if he can turn right, he can turn that. Get our Ganesha's ults back up. So I think I only hit one though, to be honest with you. You hit your ult, bop, good ult. Weak side, we missed the knock-up, so adds a couple seconds to the kill. X-Ball should rock him when he gets to it. That's fine with your decision just to clear wave. Start pushing up creeps. This Phoenix should be free. Your turret's tanking too, which is really nice. I think I used the jump to just get some, buy some time, get some more, to split the damage that we're taking. So we get our Phoenix here. The game's looking better for us at the moment here. I think important here, we're kind of just setting up for the enhanced Fire Giant again. We have a Phoenix, so we have the advantage. We're just going to force one of them to go away, or they'll take Titan damage. So let's see this fight. Good ult. You see 3 of them in the circle when you shoot it. Kill one of them straight up. The big value of Vulcan right there. Sadly, Baron does get the teleport in. It's the first time I've really seen you use your relics all game. It's another thing you definitely gotta be thinking about. So, like, have your potions on at this point, too. There you go. Stack them up. You're hurt. And then also, don't be afraid to use the relics. Especially since you have an upgrade. You get your cooldowns back quicker if you use your beads. So we're just collecting camps. We're going to look to re-siege right Phoenix. We get it. Baron ult. I'm ulting. There's your beads. Aegis. Oh, you ulted yourself, but she went for somebody else. So we have to kill her here to have a chance for our team good. We get her. It looks like you're still going to die. So far it's a 1-for-2 trade, but we got Phoenix. The launch should be out, and so should... That's not a bad trade there. It's going to stop our siege, though. The X-Ball and you dying.
Defend right lane. Defend right lane. Enemy missing right.
So support's calling. We're looking for them. Set up the defense. They're defending the only wave we got. Looks like we're failing a Phoenix push, which is crazy. Just waiting for the Chipper Shade now. Just good. They'll let the Fire Giant take me and the jungle support back up. Oh my gosh. Well, if your relics are up, your reaction is just really slow. You got pulled in and out of that Ganesha tube multiple times, which is just devastating. So let's look back what happened to the rest of the team. So Pop was just frontlining, trying to buy time for us. Milan also went forward and just got bodied. I call the retreat. Milan didn't even get ult off, which sucks. Like I got out. Looks like we're good. Oh, X-Ball blinked in, but I think he didn't get there in time. So I failed to save a Fire Giant right there. Try to get the steal. Big sad. The game ends here in a minute. I remember that. I remember the X-Ball. There was this game that we were back and forth with the entire game. Alright, so we're setting up for a right Phoenix defense again. For anybody curious of why right Phoenix is probably the most important Phoenix to drop, in our scenario, our right, their left. Pretty much the Phoenix that's on the opposite side of Fire Giant just makes somebody have to travel the furthest distance to defend a Fire Giant, and thus allows your opposite side Phoenix to be more easily sieged as well. So they're waiting for creeps. And I'm surprised they honestly waited because there was only a little bit of this there. Your ult looks solid here. Hits 2. You backfired into the thing. You're just standing in the ult. Aegis, almost nothing because you're out of it at that point. And then you're kind of just zoned pretty heavily, not getting abilities out in the fight. So that's my big advice there. So let me go back. So you hit the first one comes up. That's maybe you didn't see it. You backfire into it. So you start walking sideways and you just keep walking in it. But you Aegis and back up. So now that you backed up while you were damage immune, you've taken yourself out of the fighting range. You're no longer providing damage in this fight. You're not able to throw anything. And then you take time auto-attacking that thing. So you're just buying more time. You're not in the fight. So, like, 2 rounds of abilities could have been thrown out that you didn't get off. So right now, this is crazy bad fight. They have enhanced Fire Giant. We're down the jungle. They're going to be healing up. If we don't get a pick, the game's probably going to be over because we're fighting outside of Phoenix. Got our beads Aegis. It's good. Support's really far forward. He's back, though. Don't have a problem with him being forward. Actually, probably him being forward is really good in that scenario, if I'm being honest with you. Because he doesn't die there, which is good. It sucks he got poked heavy. But he was able to zone that other 3. So if he was able to buy enough time for y'all to get that kill on the person that was left, it would have given y'all a huge chance to turn this around without me being there. Turret back there is not going to really do anything. The backfire, that was pointless. You just put your abilities on cooldown in case you need them. Okay, so this right here is tragically bad. The blink in right there is just no bueno. Especially because the X-Ball is behind you guys. You see the X-Ball hits the ward, comes behind you guys. I think you ulted only the tanks. You step on Ganesh's ult multiple times. The revive's not going to save you because he's going to instantly crit you again and kill you. Support has to turn around. I call the retreat, but that's probably game at that point because the damage dealers are all dead. Solo dies as well, and that causes the game off of a blink in. You can see me baby raging in chat on the X-Ball, blinking in and dashing in the 4v5. Not really much support can do here other than try to just block autos till I can get out there and put out damage, but there's no shot as me on Camazotz. I'm going to get the penta kill. It's just not there. Overall, do think it was a good game, back and forth heavily throughout the entire game. Let's see the stats here. See if you included the damage stats, what we're looking at. Oh, no, big static cutoff. But overall, that was my tips, opinions, tricks I'd recommend for positioning, Vulcan. I mean, a lot of it was tailored to Vulcan, positioning, hitting abilities, taking your time, that kind of stuff. That's my recommendations that kind of help your game a little bit with positioning as well in some of those fights. But thank you guys for watching.